Hello, everybody, and happy, what day is it? Thursday! And I am here with Stephanie Meyer. Hi, Stephanie Meyer.
Hi. My girls.
Stephanie Meyer and Maya. Is it Lawika? Is that how I say your surname? It's Polish.
Ławicka.
W-
Ławicka.
Ławiska. Holy moly, that is very different to the way that I've been trained.
It's very Polish.
It is very Polish. And we are actually going to have a conversation about a class that I have next Tuesday night, 22nd of April. And it is the Business Done Different class. And I invited you ladies on for 10 weeks, which is my favorite part of it. And I invited you ladies on because you both have done a Business Done Different class. And can you share a moment from the class or from something that you got from your Business Done Different that completely, it was just something that shaped you in a new way?
Mhm.
Yes.
Who's first?
Go for it, Steph.
Yeah, okay. Maybe sorry for my English, but okay, I'll retry. Maybe Rach, do you remember when you were in Geneva just before the lockdown?
Yes. So yes, I had done a Business Done Different class in Geneva. There was quite a few of us there. And the lockdown was announced, and some people actually had to leave the class and go back to France. Yes, I do. Yes.
And in this class, the big things for me was there is always a gift, um, a contribution with the fails.
Oh, okay. Wow. I've goosebumps.
And
So there is so let me just say that from Steph. There is always a gift and a contribution. I love how you said it in the fails, in failure. Okay, there is always a gift and a contribution. What you might consider is a failure actually could be a gift and a contribution. Keep going.
yeah.
I love
and
this.
and I just get this in this moment. The feeling of failure only come when I try to do business like someone else. Or something else.
Now, if you're watching this probably makes total sense to you, because for me, if ever I try to think like somebody else or I try to do it like somebody else, Business Done Different is about being your unique contribution in the world that only you can be. You are not the same as anyone else. Your contribution is a different capacity, ability. I love this. So the only time that my business doesn't work is when I'm trying to do it like someone else. 100%. Yeah. That's just like huge, Stephanie. It's really big. So let us take this a little bit further. So when we're trained in this reality, I went to business school for a couple of years. You're told you're starting from the point of diminishment, which is you're starting from what you're missing and what you have to get. Okay. Joy Business has a very different point of view. Business Done Different is actually there's nothing wrong. There's nothing to fix. There's only something to ask for, something to receive, and something to choose. And then developing your ability to choose that, which is, it's a complete 180. It's a total different way of waking up and looking at, okay, so what can I choose today? What can I build today? What can I create today? And what actually gives me enthusiasm that I can actually commit to. And so instead of me trying to be like, let's say, Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, and do it his way, he doesn't want this for us. Neither does Simone Milas's, who created Joy Business, because her point of view was, why would you work at something or why would you have a business and do something that you hate, why would you not actually do something you love? So one of the things that we go into in depth in the 3-day business class is clearing all the points of views you have about hating work, not wanting to work, because that's not your reality. That's based on result and conclusion. And so the reality is that most people, particularly like us, they have a capacity to generate something greater. It might be a restaurant. It might be, for me, a coaching business, an access consciousness business. For some people, it might be farming. You know, I live on a farm. And so it's about uniquely what is great about you, what is your unique genius, and what can you create from that unique genius space instead of trying to do it like someone else. And so this is how come we call this showing up as you in business. Totally. And it's not fun to pretend to be someone else. There's no receiving because there's no presence in that. There's no, when you're trying to do somebody else's version of what business is to them, there's no receiving of you. There's no receiving of what you're capable of.
And on my way, there is never fails. Always contribution on my way.
And I do want to say that we look at this in class, because if you're out there and you still have the point of view that I can fail, one of the things that we do really look at in class is we clear all the points of views you have about what failure is. And anytime that I've chosen something that didn't work, for me, I got tons of awareness, lots of information, lots of education, and then I choose something. I don't stop. And so for me, failure isn't even like, it's not something, it's not a place to stop and fail and conclude and go. It's actually about like, okay, I chose that, choice creates, and now what can I choose? I don't have to compress, but most people have a massive reaction to failure or making a mistake. I actually talked about this with someone yesterday who did a session with me. And so we're trained to go to compression. Compression is where you contract and you make yourself small in regard to making a mistake, instead of how great that I can make a mistake, that I can learn from it. You know, it's so cool to know that you don't have to stop even if you choose something that doesn't work. And for me, that's the freedom of business, is knowing that there's always a newness in something that can be chosen and something that can be created. That's awesome. Thanks so much, Steph. That's awesome. That makes me so happy. So what would you choose if you knew you wouldn't fail? You couldn't fail. You can't fail if you keep showing up and being you. Made Maya happy too.
Yeah. For me, Business Done Different changed the perspective on what I have to do, what I should do. Yes, because I left the rigid business after 23 years of working in a corporation. Yeah. And I wanted something of my own. I wanted differently, but I had so many structures and bases on how to do business that I grown in judgment and control.
Yeah.
There was no me. There is nothing, just the structure and basis.
Yeah.
And Business Done Different class showed that I can do it differently, that I can simply use myself, my consciousness, and I can't even say it in words, but my life started to change. My life simply started to change.
Yeah.
It was like that.
And also, that's the magic of your choice. One of the things that we really educate on in the Business Done Different class. This is the manual, by the way. It sits on my desk. It's 142 pages. It's huge. It's so big, you know.
I really can't wait for this program. As a certified facilitator, I am aware of so many new tools.
Yeah.
And what is really possible for me and my business. That's why I'm so excited about this. And I really, really can't wait for these 10 weeks it's also something different when we are together during 10 weeks with these tools, with your age and with the group together, with the facilitation. My
Yeah.
goodness.
I'm so grateful that you brought up structures, because there's a whole section in the manual that talks about structures and systems. And a structure is, with business, my business has to look like this. It has to have this much profit. This is our image. This is our definition. And one of the things that really changed for me is I have a business today. I have a business today. It doesn't have to be defined. Definition will always create limitation. It can actually invite anyone to a greater possibility. The things that have shown up for me with the Business Done Different is I wouldn't know Stephanie. Like, myself and Steph have created so much together, and Steph has been a massive contribution to me. And I wouldn't know you, Maya, because we all met because our deep interest is creating a world where you do not have to go to compression in your body around business, around money, around relationship. And so for me, knowing that I have a business, I'm not missing anything, and the business requires the CEO, to be the source. It's being the source of creating it. So I get up every day. I choose to create my business. If I don't create it, then it'll fall away. And so for me, it seems to be like so easy to commit to something that I love, because I genuinely really, what would it take to live in a world where everyone knew, if they desired it, if they actually would like to ask for that they did not have to go to compression, judgment, burnout with their body. I meet so many people that are like this, okay? They have been diminished because they bought other people's values and beliefs. And so for me, what Business Done Different is about is valuing what is true for me, which is valuing everyone can be a contribution, which is valuing business is not about diminishing another person, trying to control, which I can still, trying to control my control systems, my compression levels, and really moving towards expansion and being that expansion. And that is something that I know I can commit to, because I don't enjoy being compressed and controlling, And so it's really about going beyond all your points of views. And the huge thing about Business Done Different is people don't recognize how much their point of view is creating their business. They don't it's so big. It really is. So we'd love to invite you to 10 weeks. I would say like a journey, an exploration, a discovery of where you're perceiving business through somebody else's point of view. Okay. Compression, contraction, solution, rightness. And then where you can actually make a different choice and have what is valuable to you. Because for me, what's valuable to me is that we build a future where bodies are included in business, and we do not have to go to compression and stress and judgment in regard to business, that we can actually go to question, choice, possibility, contribution. And I just know that that's the future. We wouldn't be having this conversation if this wasn't available and relevant, Yeah. Cool. So, and if you're out there and you're not clear on your values and your beliefs, this is it's great to gift yourself 10 weeks so that you can get clear what is valuable for me and what isn't valuable for me, and where are you giving up what's valuable for you in favor of somebody else's fixed point of view, And we give ourselves up so fast for somebody else's judgment, but what if you no longer had to choose that, Beautiful.
Mhm.
Anything else? I would say just
what gift can we be to the world if we create our life and our business differently? Yes.
Yeah.
There is some translation in some languages.
There's French, there's Polish, there's German, French, German, Polish, Hungarian, I'm sure that we'll put it in the thread. Reach out if you're looking for a translation in your language, and just reach out to us and we can find a translator for you.
And no prerequisite.
Oh yeah, yes. And the other thing is, this is one of the classes that there is no prerequisite. So if you're finding it difficult to, you know, I'm going to say, like, have your mojo in regard to your business, and I mean, I always go get support, and I know when I require support for my business to grow and move on and be developed. And this is a lovely way to have support so that you can get clear on an awareness. What I love about it is the awareness and the clarity that you can have in regard to what you want to create and what is it that you actually can, go for, move towards, and that's your choice every day to create what you would like to have. It's just, for me, it's just like, it's wow. And it makes me so happy.
Yes.
We can also say that if you are a bars facilitator, you can use this class to renew your license.
Yeah.
So it is also an important news for information for someone who's watching us.
And also the education on conscious creation, which is your ability to ask and receive and then listen to the whispers and know where can you go to balance the earth, where is your business required, where is your bars classes required. This is huge because we've only been educated through business done from result, conclusion, what it has to look like, instead of what you can create and what works for you. And so for me, as a young bars facilitator starting out 13 years ago, the first thing I did was a Joy Business class, because I knew that I required some training in regard to the creation of business in the way that would work for me. Yeah.
Honestly, after this class, my creation of bars classes, or after that facelift classes, everything was changed. And I remember that some of people asked me, "Hey, what are you doing? You have so many people on your classes." And I was thinking, what am I doing? I'm just aware. I'm just asking. I'm just your tools. I'm just myself. I can. I'm not using the schedule, the the structure, the brief. What should I do? Yes.
Well, you're hitting a big topic, which we also talk about in classes. If you do not have pride in what you're presenting, in other words, you're not proud of it. Like for me, I will invite the whole world to this because I am so proud of the work, of what it can contribute, and the fact that Stephanie can talk about 2020 in Geneva, you know what I mean? So for me, it's like, what are you being? What are you having? You trust the work. I have an unshakable trust in the work. You know it works. And then it makes it very easy. I cannot invite people or sell something that I don't trust. That's just me. And I find with humanoids, we'll go into that, human and humanoid, in the way that we do business, different functionality in business. They've got to be proud of what they're inviting people to, or else their business won't work. It's hilarious. And it's like, what are you doing? No, what are you being? It's valuable to you. And of course, you can invite people to something that you treasure. Like, my point of view is, I found the gold with Joy Business. Who's looking for the gold? Are you looking for the gold? Exactly. Yeah, it's just
more gold, please.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, ladies, for being here. Trivian. I am just so, I'm going to say, like, delighted to be with people for 10 weeks, and it is in 5 days' time. Maya is reminding me. And what I love more than anything else is our enthusiasm for what we can create. I've seen so many people wake up being miserable, stressed, sitting on the couch Sunday night, overthinking, cognitive dissonance about going into work on Monday because someone was, being mean. I adore the fact that we can treat each other with honor and respect, and receive from each other and be excited about what we can create. Welcome to our world.
Yeah.
Woo!
See you in 5 days.
Yeah, see you in 5 days. I adore you guys, and I'm extremely grateful. Mwah, mwah. We hope you enjoy this, whether you're watching it now and in the future.
Give us a heart.
And what if business was the adventure of living? And as you can see, it is that for us. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Ciao. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye.